the Delaney Cowboys Certified Correct Playbook.
Welcome back to the Delaney Certified Correct Playbook. Sorry that there is not going to be any new news to report here. It's the same Texas two-step by Mr. Jerry Jones. Doesn't have an NFL level football coach on the sideline. This guy here, Jason Garrett, the 10-time loser, the high school gym instructor, and his band of circus clown assistant coaches that he has on the sideline. You got Mike Zimmer, the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, conducting business the way an NFL level football coach is supposed to conduct business. And let's keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Garrett was the backup quarterback to Troy Aikman in the mid-90s when this man right here, Mike Zimmer, was one of Jason Garrett's coaches. Mike Zimmer was one of Jason Garrett's coaches. Norv Turner, Ernie Zampese, Jimmy Johnson, Dave Wanstead. Now, I want anybody watching my show, tell me what Jason Garrett has learned from any of these men. He was in the same locker room with these great coaches, in the quarterback's coach's room with Troy Aikman, with Norv Turner, with Jimmy Johnson. Mike Zimmer was one of the coaches, the defense coordinator on the coaching staff. On the practice field with Mike Zimmer, in practice every day with these great coaches. And I've been watching this guy for a long time. And I'm always scratching my head as to what it is that Jason Garrett learned from Norv Turner. What is it that Jason Garrett learned from Mike Zimmer? What did you learn, Mr. Garrett, from Ernie Zampese? Because what I see you displaying on the field is 10 years of mediocrity. And Mike Zimmer, Norv Turner, and these guys that I'm naming, and Jimmy Johnson, these guys had nothing to do with the word mediocrity. The only thing that these guys had anything to do with was Super Bowl trophies, okay? They should take your Super Bowl ring back, and you know, they should request that you hand that in, for standing on the sideline as a backup quarterback behind Aikman. Your championship ring should be rebuked, Mr. Garrett, because the mediocrity that you have displayed here in the 10 years, it proves to everybody that you didn't learn a damn thing under these Super Bowl coaches, under these masterminds like Ernie Zampese and Norv Turner, Mike Zimmer, the man that's putting his foot in your ass right now. You didn't learn a damn thing from these guys. I learned more watching the Cowboys once a week on Sundays for the football season. I learned more from Mike Zimmer than this man right here that you're looking at in my camera learned. And it's not conjecture. We're not making things up. We got 10 years of videotape proof that anybody can go back and look at over the last 10 years to prove that Mr. Garrett does not understand play calling. He doesn't understand down and distance. He doesn't understand situational football, and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And the problem with Mr. Jones is, Mr. Jones is a great billionaire, great business marketer. He's got the richest team on earth. But the problem is, it's like the president race in the United States. It's like the Democrats versus the Republicans. See, with Mr. Jerry Jones, he's trapped because with Mr. Jerry Jones, 60% of this country hates the Dallas Cowboys and 40% of the country loves the Dallas Cowboys. It used to be reversed back in the 90s. It used to be 60% loved the Cowboys, 40% of the nation hated the Cowboys. But right now, it's 60% of this nation hates the Cowboys. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The Delaney Certified Correct Playbook is going to tell you what the problem is with Mr. Jones. And the reason why he won't fire this circus clown that you're looking at in my camera. And remember, when I talk about Jason Garrett as a circus clown, I'm only talking to him as a NFL football coach, because I wouldn't let Jason Garrett coach my junior league football team or my high school team. So I damn sure know he shouldn't be on a National Football League sideline. But as a citizen, I hear he's a great man. I hear he's a nice guy, good for the community. He's just not good for a National Football League sideline. Now, back to the problem with Mr. Jerry Jones, in case anybody thought that I was going to forget where I left off, which rarely happens. The problem with Mr. Jones is when you're making $200 million a year to lose, it's hard for you to go in and see any problems when you walk up to that Frisco Star during the week. It's just hard for you to identify any problems because every time you look in your bank book, another 35 checks just hit your account. Okay, and every time you and Mr. Steven Jones sit down with a calculator at the end of the year, you guys are always adding up another $200 million that just hit your bank account. Okay, so I can see what your problem is, Mr. Jones, because you're buried in so many goddamn $100 bills. You're blind to the fact that this idiot right here, this Garrett guy, this National Football League idiot you got on the sideline pretending and masquerading around as an NFL coach, you can't see that problem because it's hard to get the windshield wipers to wipe away all those $100 bills that's covering up your car in your garage. Because in your garage, you got $200 million of 60% of the United States and the rest of the world that wants the Dallas Cowboys to lose. You're getting paid so much money to lose, you don't see any problems. But for the rest of us that understand football coaching and what's supposed to be done on a football field, okay, we see that this guy here is a goddamn circus clown. And there is his buddy, he's a goddamn circus clown too, Mr. Kellen Moore. Like I said, not talking about him in the society. I hear they're great people. We're talking about this football field that you're looking at on my screen, Mr. Jerry Jones. We don't give a damn about their personal life and how good they are for the community. And, oh, he's such a nice guy. Yeah, and all of these bullshit excuses that 105.3 The Fan makes every day to cover up this goddamn mediocrity, this 25 years of mediocrity, this last 10 years of this goddamn circus clown you got on the goddamn sideline, Jason Garrett, and this goddamn Marinelli, this Chicago Bear that lost to Aaron Rodgers 15 goddamn times. Aaron Rodgers put his foot in his ass, and every time they play the Packers, all Marinelli knows how to do is, oh, Aaron Rodgers is such a great quarterback. Yeah, he's laughing at your ass every time that he learns that he's got to play the Cowboys. Oh, we're going to Dallas this year? Oh, that's going to be an easy win. I'm going to go down there and put my foot in Marinelli's ass again, like I did 13 times when he was the head coach of the Chicago Bears. Okay, you got nothing but circus clowns on the Dallas Cowboys sideline. I don't see a NFL level football coach anywhere. I thought this Richard guy was gonna be some kind of coach. He comes down here, he's laying an egg. Richard looks like a goddamn circus clown. Marinelli looks like a goddamn circus clown. Kellen Moore's a goddamn circus clown. There's not an NFL football coach anywhere to be found on the Dallas Cowboys sideline, okay? Exactly, if Jason Garrett had any dignity, he would walk in Jerry Jones's office right after this game and he would say, hey, Mr. Jones, I thank you for my time here. I tried my best. It's time to give someone else a chance. Since Jerry Jones is making so much goddamn money, $200 million a year for this goddamn mediocrity, and his eyes are so blind he can't see the goddamn problem that he doesn't have an NFL football coach on his goddamn sideline here because he just can't see his way through that $200 million. Just Steven Jones is buried in $100 million. And Jerry Jones, you're buried in the other $100 million. You're getting $200 million a year to lose, and that's why you don't see any goddamn problems. So I know it's rough for you. I know that's a hard choice. Boy, I got another $200 million. Hell, why should I fire the coach? I don't see any problems. I feel comfortable. Ain't that what he said in an interview last week? Oh, I'm comfortable. Yeah, I know you're comfortable. You're getting your pocket lined with $200 million every year to lose. This is just it's an atrocity that the United States here in this sports world put up losers to make up all the money here. When I grew up in the days where you had to win or your franchise would fold. You know, go to baseball, the Montreal Expos, you had to win. And when you didn't win, teams like the Montreal Expos, they win a stink. You never heard from them again, not even a franchise anymore. That's the way it should be. So once again, this is mediocrity at its best. Like I said, if Jason Garrett had any dignity, he would walk in Jerry Jones. If Jason Garrett cared about the fans and supporters of the Dallas Cowboys, he would walk in Jerry Jones's office right now and he would tell him, "Hey, Mr. Jones, I resign. I gave it a shot. 10 years. I'm just not cut out for this." He wouldn't wait for Jerry Jones to fire him. He would just fire himself and just go hand in all of your stuff out of your locker. Tell Jerry Jones, "Hey, don't even pay me my last check, man. I don't even deserve it." I'm going to tell you one thing, Mr. Jason Garrett. You're the 32nd ranked football coach in the National Football League. You're mediocrity at its best. Okay, no one does it better than Jason Garrett when it comes to mediocrity. And if the NFL coach rankings came out right now, Jason Garrett is the worst ranked team in the coach in the National Football League. And I don't see how something can be that upside down where you can have the richest franchise in the league, but you can keep the worst coach in the league on your sideline. It's mediocrity. And I'm going to tell you, Mr. Jason Garrett, you're very privileged and very lucky, because if Delaney was the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Garrett, I'll have your ass out of here faster than 40 going goddamn north. You goddamn circus clown. All right? Since Mr. Jones can't say it to you, let somebody that doesn't make $200 million a year for having you, let someone else that can say it, let me say it to you, okay? I don't believe, when it comes to the football field, I don't believe in drinking buddies, friends, family, my brother and my daughter and my son is all of this. This is the National Football goddamn league. If you don't know how to do your job, your ass is out of here. I don't give a damn if you're my daughter, brother, friend, drinking buddy, and all this goddamn horse shit that Mr. Jones has got going on this Dallas Cowboys sideline. It should be outlawed by the commissioner of the NFL. It's a goddamn atrocity to have these circus clowns masquerading around like NFL coaches, these goddamn high school gym teachers. Jerry Jones, you should be put in jail and arrested by the Frisco police for the crime you're committing on the Dallas Cowboys sideline. You goddamn idiot. You billionaire idiot. Enjoy your $200 million. For the fans and supporters of the Dallas Cowboys, we've been doomed for 25 years and we're going to be doomed for 25 more as long as Jerry Jones is the head of this franchise. All he cares about is the people that's going to be buying his beer, buying his parks, buying his tickets for his game, and sticking that $200 million in his pocket. These idiots right here, these billionaire circus clowns, look at them. Yeah, sorry, the truth, I know the truth hurts. I know the facts hurt. Yeah, no one wants to hear the truth. No one wants to deal with the truth. And when someone's telling the truth, everyone tries to find a way to blame the man that's telling the truth. But then you can let these billionaire idiots and these circus clowns, you can go ahead and give them passes and excuses all goddamn day. It's a goddamn shame, and I'm telling you what, I'm going to give you what you want, Mr. Jones. If Jason Garrett's ass ain't fired this year, I'm out of here. I'm done with the Dallas Cowboys. Almost 4 decades of the Dallas Cowboys for me, and I'm about to go ahead and give you what you want, and I'll make room for your next ticket buyer that just wants to drink beer and scream and doesn't know anything about what's supposed to be going on with this play calling, this down and distance, and these formations that this team is supposed to be in, okay? All right, so you guys enjoy your $200 million, you goddamn losers. You should change the name of that end zone to the Dallas Losers. Have a great day. And just let me reiterate one more time, I'm only talking about the NFL football field. Jerry Jones, Steven Jones, I hear these are great community men, just like Jason Garrett and their coaches. I hear they're great for the community, great family men. All the comments that you hear on my show about these men is only regarding the NFL football field, how an NFL football team is supposed to be ran in the front office, and how it's supposed to be coached. I can get you out of this, Mr. Jerry Jones. You've seen my video. $1.7 million guaranteed, which is a drop in a bucket for a billionaire football owner. Remember, you said you would write a ridiculous check for another Super Bowl, Mr. Jones, to the tune of about $100 million. Well, guess what? You get Delaney down there, $1.7 million guaranteed. Delaney will put you in the Super Bowl. You know it, and I know it.
Remember, you cannot win a football game in the National Football League if your coach doesn't understand how to outcoach the other team's coach. You're gonna lose. As I always say, see you next time. Let's try again. See you next time.